everybody. I'm Pat Neal. I'd like to talk to you all.
Destroys the environment. He gets away with it. You don't need that. I know all about it. I heard the whole story. His birthday when I was in the shower. What do you want in this state? You just buy it, especially once you become a senator.
But, I mean, would you guys like to have a conversation right now?
Loving it now.
Would you like to join?
I'd like to talk to Kelly's group if I can.
That's fine.
You can film if you want.
We don't want to talk to you.
Can I have you on?
You had your day, and you rushed through the meeting. You shouldn't talk.
Get ready for criminal prosecution.
Yeah.
We're visiting
Criminal.
I have tried. I'm Pat Neal, and it's March 24th at about 1
There's
o'clock
no
in the afternoon.
studies.
I've tried to reach out, I'd say
Stop
more
the
than a dozen
road.
times
Stop
with
the
the folks
road.
at Manasota Beach Rd.
Stop the road. Make it
This isn't
louder.
really about development at all. This is
Stop
about a
the road.
contract to
Stop
build
the
a road that's
road.
been designed for
You're
many years.
ruining the beach.
If I could meet with them, I could show them what ways we can mitigate the stormwater.
You're building out the
I
wildlife.
can talk about
Save
moving
the
the endangered
wildlife.
species, and I can
There's
talk
no
about
studies.
mitigating the effects, but they haven't been
Save
willing to
the
talk.
wildlife.
I'm really willing to talk at any time to a
People
regional
want
group
to talk
who have
to the
engineering and
beach. They
statistics
should have
and
moved
resolve
to
their problems.
Inglewood.
I've reached out to Mrs. Bauman. I was told that she played my voicemail in the public hearing this morning. I don't know what I said to her. I think it was nice.
Give them
That's
the
nice.
time. It's not worth the time.
I thought it was nice. I might say I've been doing public processes for 52 years, as I told you.
Stop the road. They
I'd like
rushed
to
the
work this
meeting.
out.
Ask him what he looks for in a commissioner, a developer's darling.
Can I talk to your friends? No, I'm a road. In this case, this is the economic stimulus working group.
Economics.
And we build highways.
Do you look for in a commissioner if they're a developer's darling?
Didn't hear what you said.
In a commissioner, the next one that gets voted in, are you looking for them to be a developer's darling?
Let's vote
Usually
out
that
some
isn't good for the
commissioners.
commissioner. Just saying.
Okay.
Okay, can I talk to your friends?
Stop the road.
Well, I don't know.
He's giving us stump speech.
We have to vote out commissioners.
You state raper. You're a parasite. You're a parasite. You fought off the
Hey, this
commissioners,
way.
and that is criminal.
Interested in talking to you.
That's criminal.
Stop the
You are a
road.
criminal.
We don't listen or...
No, we don't know.
We already heard you say nothing. So
Unless you're saying you're canceling this project, we don't want to hear
unless you're going to stop the project, we don't want to hear you.
That's the only thing we want to hear.
That's it.
Stop the road.
Somehow,
It's an insult.
Stop the
people
road.
have acquired the belief that I had something to do with the development of Welland Park. Of course, I am not the developer of Welland Park.
I said, what
Stop the
community
road.
I can't imagine
Stop
that
the
there's any
road.
benefit
Stop the
to
road.
my company
Stop the
for
road.
development. This has to do with building
the
a road
road.
to
You're
connect.
the builder.
St. Louis
That's
7
not what it's
Nobody in this
about.
area
You
wants
know
it.
that. Nobody wants it.
You ask them to remove
You
Keyway.
can't get into that
Right,
property
so
unless you
that's
get
to
that road.
benefit Boca Royale. And let me
Which
finish.
you're
You
developing.
spoke. You ask them to remove it. Since when does someone go and say, let's remove this road? I'm not done. And then you tell them that you're going to bring the Boca Royale people to back you up in opposition of Keyway because you need Manasota Beach Road. I'm not done. You have 7 developments that you're building in within Welland Park, Boca Royale East. You advertise that you'll have beach access. You've had people going into Boca Royale saying that that's 5 minutes to Manasota Beach.
That's
And
corruption.
of course, it's going to
Right
benefit you.
Real
The
estate
market
fraud, too.
is tanking. The real estate market, you can't sell homes. You need beach access. And prove me wrong. Do Keyway then. You compare Keyway to Manasota Beach
Just
Road.
go through Boca
That was
Royale.
a 4-lane road. This is a 2-lane road. There's ridiculous engineering studies that you say benefit to go through Manasota Beach Road. They say that they need the road for the high school. That's bull. For security purposes, you never have that many access points to a high school. That high school will be a target. You now have Prado, you have River Road, and you want Manasota Beach Road. That is a disaster. And Manasota Beach Road floods 776 floods. That is not an evacuation route. So all these things are bogus. You don't need the road other than for your developments. So show the community, that's my challenge. Show the community that you put Keyway where it needs to go. It's more central to Englewood. It's more central to those kids that are coming from Lemon Bay High School, 17%, right? Manasota Beach Road is 2 minutes from Jacaranda.
Do the right thing.
That's what needs to happen.
Tell me when I can talk.
You can.
My first statement is, can I speak with you and your team about mitigating your concerns and dealing with the problems at any time?
I'm not sure about that.
By stopping the
The
road.
problem-
That's the only thing.
Stop
What's the
the road.
one-way deal?
That I've attempted to do so quite a few times.
Okay, so you've called me twice. I've returned the call. You did not yes, I'll show you it on my phone record.
Well,
It says, missed call. You didn't answer.
well, I've called Mr. Freshwater
I
and
emailed you.
and I've stood out on the
I
highway and
emailed
I've
you.
written you several letters. So
Freshwater doesn't have an email. He doesn't have a
So-
computer.
Nope.
so
no,
he
I've
can't get
called
it.
him on.
I don't answer phone numbers that ain't
Swatted
familiar.
him.
All right.
He just about got shot.
I asked you for the
Nice.
construction schedule.
No, that was
And
Spencer.
I emailed you a response, I believe.
No, you didn't.
part of his
You
team.
called me. So I want a
Right.
written schedule of the project. Not refer back to
May
the-
we sit down and have a talk?
No, I'm not sure. You told me at August,
just
on
wanna
August
manipulate the
27th.
situation,
You
Pat.
told me on
Tired
August
of being
27th at the
manipulated.
commissioners meeting that the county hired you to build a MRT. You said that outside of the chambers. So why are you going around lying?
Well, there is a MRT and there is a two-lane
The
divided highway
the
in
county
addition to the MRT.
hired me to build a MRT. I don't know anything about the road. That's what you said. And who's his assistant? The woman? Ivory. She was right behind you going, oh God.
If you're willing to talk, what would you be going in to talk about? What kind
Lies
of
don't
what,
go
I was
away.
what
coming to listen to
concessions?
you all.
What kind of concessions would you be willing to make?
I was
What?
coming to listen to see what you were going to say.
Okay, so this is the
Environment,
actual map.
traffic,
This was the
wildlife.
original map that the county sent out to everyone. Hence, we developed our properties.
Can't see it.
We developed our properties knowing that our easement wasn't going to be touched. And you decided, oh no, let's take that easement over because it'll be cheaper. Why should it be cheaper?
Let's start
Why?
with that.
You know,
Of course,
like,
Mrs. Bauman and her
did
predecessors.
you reach out to us before Christian from the Herald told you? No. Ricky, did he reach out to you before Christian met with us?
Tell me
No.
when it's time for me to talk.
We barely heard about the
Ricky,
first meeting.
Did he reach out to you before?
Never.
No. Me? No.
Never.
Why would Ken Stokes write an email and say, are we going to meet with just the west end of East Manasota Beach Road or the west and east and combine it? Who squashed that? Why weren't we reached out to
You just
back
tell
in
me-
April?
Okay, answer that.
Back in April.
Now it's time. Go ahead and answer,
You
please.
tell me when it's time.
Go ahead and answer, please.
Go ahead.
Let's answer that, please.
The question posed by Mrs. Bowman was, why did I not reach out to the folks on the west? The answer is the following. Mostly, I worked with the 1,591 members of Sarasota National Golf Course because that's where I thought the people were, and we worked hard at it, mitigated their concerns, and haven't
No,
had
that's not what your
much in the way
memos
of
say.
opposition. Time for you to listen, please.
Come on, go get my memos.
I think
out of my
we were all
bag
surprised
in
when
the
we
truck.
learned of Mr. Freshwater at the end of this process that you had not been heard, and I reached out at that time to see if you could. I stood outside Mr.
That was
Freshwater's
in
Blocking my
October.
gate.
Why is
That
he
was
taking the position of being a commissioner?
Harassing
Yeah,
somebody
he's the
that
one
was
reaching
waiting
out
to
to
come
speak
in.
with the
That was
people. That's
Because of
their
your
job.
crap, I gotta actually
Should
lock
tell
my gates all the time. Especially after you try
I
to
did
get
try
the
to reach
road
out.
department to get me kicked off the,
I did try to reach out,
you know,
wouldn't you say?
you and Spencer.
Why? Why is he?
It's intimidation. He's using the police to intimidate.
Anybody in Pennington Place that abuts East Manasota Beach Road that have homes only 18 feet from the road?
Wait a second. Why does it feel like we're talking to a commissioner?
Kelly, then we'll talk a little bit about Pennington Park. You ready for that?
Sure.
So the very short version is I really am very happy to work with you on drainage, endangered species, setbacks. and
Stop the
mitigating-
road.
Stop the road!
Stop the road! Stop the road!
commissioners
Fix it.
are obligated to
There's no
represent
parking.
the
Take
There's
care
nothing.
of the
The
wildlife.
people
You don't
say
even know.
no. That's the
Have
answer.
proper studies
Stop the
done.
road, that's it.
Look what you
Not-
got yourself
they
into,
moved
Natalie.
Thousands of gopher tortoises out of Beach Walk to the preserve that's behind Sarasota National, and now the road's going to intersect that.
You've watched this one.
There's a canopy. No, there's 4 markings. You've missed them.
How about we
Nice
bring
try.
25,000
There's-
more to your neighborhood and see what happens?
Yeah.
Once
Well,
again,
we're-
I have
you
to
don't
visit
live
with
here.
you about the details.
That's for sure.
What the
You just
professionals
ruin it
answer your
here.
questions.
The commissioners
As
have
to
nothing.
Pennington
Unbelievable.
Place,
To be the only one with a voice. How is that?
there was a discussion about what I called the Billy Springer right-of-way. It somehow got being turned into the Jerry Springer right-of-way for some reason.
No, it's a Billy Springer.
Billy Springer is a long-time living developer in our town that I've worked with
We're
for
not
60
to
years
talk
or
about
more.
Billy Springer. We're
Well,
talking about, like, let's
At the
get
time
to the
that
point.
property was built, the right-of-way had not been protected for Manasota Beach Road, and I believe there's only a 50-foot right-of-way. And because the Pennington property occupies the right-of-way that should have been Manasota Beach Road, it's zero.
It's irrelevant.
It's not your business. This is the business of the commissioners who were elected to represent us.
Right.
Not you.
Right.
That is blatant
I pretty much,
preferential treatment. Do you not understand that? We've got signed petitions
4,000.
for more than double the directly impacted people on this road. And your commissioners are doing nothing about it. We're not interested in you. You're one of 1,000. You do not represent us. Our representatives have been bought off by you. They're the criminals. If you're in association, what does that mean? Corruption is preferential treatment, and that is what's happening right here. Yeah, that's it. All these people. Let's do it. Go down to Walmart right now. Let's do a survey. Randomly. Who wants more development here? Nobody. Nobody. We don't want you here. Goodbye.
You're
Go find somewhere else to
disrespecting
go.
this entire
The commissioners are not doing their job for some reason. What could that be? It's corruption, and that is criminal, and it's finable, and it's jailable. And there are officials in this state that are currently incarcerated, and you're going to end up in the same position, buddy. Nobody gives a shit about you.
How does that
We
make
care about our community that you are raping day in and day out.
How does that make you feel that the community feels like that?
connecting the Cedar Peninsula
Doesn't
with the
matter
rest
what
of
it's
Wellington.
the purpose is. The
Stop
people
the
say
road,
no. The
period.
people
That's
say
it.
no.
Right
You
there.
have no voice when the people say no. You have no right to have a voice when the people say no. This is America. Representative government. You have no right to speak
You make
when the
bring
people
more
say
housing
no.
for people.
We have said no.
And
You're
there's
out
no
of
rhyme or
order.
I
reason
will
Out
say
of
for
place.
one thing.
You don't have the
They're
infrastructure.
not-
There is no
You're
infrastructure
done.
for it.
You don't want to be on the
This
same
will
team,
not
Sarasota, Tampa.
You would have reached out to the people in the
I
West.
have
If
tried
you-
to reach out.
No,
and
no,
I-
no, not till after.
They're telling you right
Christian
now. They're telling you right now.
told you. In October, he told you and said, why have you not
Mrs.
reached out
Bauman,
to them?
I was unaware of the objection from, I'll call it the 6 of you. on
Imagine
Manasota
you
Beach Road
living on the
until-
dirt road.
until-
It's not 6 people. It's not. Don't demean community like that. That's demeaning to the community.
I talked with Christian and Mr. Freshwater about the issue
talk to me about
Commissioners have been
after the
compromised.
adoption.
How did that happen?
This young didn't really want to talk to me. In fact, no, I don't think you were.
Well, you're being rude. It's not 6 people.
That's when you said you were, the county hired me to build a MRT.
This is all
I had
nuanced. The
known
people don't
nothing
want it.
about a road.
Well,
It's not 6 people,
I
sir.
don't think I said that, but if I did, I misspoke.
So again, my challenge is.
It's not 6 people. There's a lot of people.
It's a good fight on the
Put
first
Keyway
meeting.
back on the map and
Have
your
fun with the
I'm
citizens.
happy to meet with you at a better, more,
Keyway,
more communicated
Keyway
forum.
back on the
I
map.
came here to listen to the commission.
No, they changed.
It's more than 6 people. I don't know why you would demean the community like that. And how does it make you feel that these people are upset about this and a massive amount of people are? Can you address that? Like that? Don't you want the community to be involved?
4,500 petitions.
Hold on 1 second. Yeah, I mean it's more than 6 people. That's demeaning.
Just tell me when I can talk.
Well, you can talk when you'd like. It's a question.
In 1998, when the Taylor Ranch bought the 6 parcels on Manasota Beach Road, they signed a deed covenant that said they would not oppose this road.
What attorney was that?
Steve Boone.
It was Boone.
What would it take for you to?
And so there's a set of documents
Okay.
of record on the 6 properties
Okay.
that say that there won't be opposition from those 6 people. Those
Okay.
are the 6
Okay, I
people.
got you. Okay, that makes sense. I appreciate you clarifying that. But what I mean
I'd
too
say
is,
the Boone Law Firm has been the prominent law firm in South County for a long time.
if the people
They did
don't
not
want this,
represent me at that time.
Government in
They
Sarasota.
represented the Taylor.
No.
Where's our
We've
representative
seen the
government?
LLCs and the principals on the LLCs.
the
that
bottom line
are
is
with
if
your
the community
company.
doesn't want it though, what would it take for you to say, you know what, the community doesn't like this, and maybe it's not the right thing to
That
do?
would be your
Alright.
saving
Like
grace.
to be fair.
May I provide an answer to that one?
Sure.
Let him answer.
Let him answer.
So this is a community of about 480,000 people. They have an interest in moving traffic from here to there.
Who?
Who?
The citizens of Sarasota County.
Well,
There's no citizens
And
here.
the 22,000 people.
Hold on.
Because you're
Nobody's in
forgetting
favor
all
of this.
Hold on.
Genesee and Manasota.
Everybody I speak
All
to.
of
Anyone
Genesee.
is
It's more than just these people.
Want your development.
That's
None of
Some
them
people
want
in
it.
Welland Park
So
aren't
only
even in
Welland
favor
Park
of this.
does.
We have a representative democracy.
This is not democracy,
The
my
people
friend.
elected at the commission represent the views.
Yeah, well, they're going to be voted out.
Have you seen the petition though of the amount of people that don't want this?
Voted out.
So like instead of shoving it down our throats.
Right.
In 14 days, which you knew you did with the PPP. The PPP vehicle for transportation is typically for a public road that already exists, not one that you have to go through this process. But you skipped all the steps. You skipped the traffic study at 776. You did not think of the impacts on the beach. That's a barrier island that should be protected. And you want to bring
Almost none
two-lane
of that's
highway.
true.
That
Of
is
course-
absolutely
Of
true.
course, I've been building public-private projects.
You guys ever seen the Lorax?
Years.
Yeah, till every blade of grass is ripped up. He's here for a stump speech.
I've kind of learned a lot.
concrete
Thanks for the
Yeah,
opportunity to talk with you. I'm
Well,
happy to
but what
talk
was the
to
point
you.
in talking to everybody though? I don't understand. Like, what conclusion are you looking
I
for?
came to see the folks at the commission.
Right.
And to hear your testimony. I kind of heard it.
And so, like, what threshold do you kind of gauge of, hey, maybe the community doesn't want this? Does it matter to you whatsoever, or is it just let's pave and let's get it done?
The county's invested millions in the right-of-way, about $2 million in engineering. They have a contract to build the
Wait,
road.
have you
But
built
that's the people's money
Have you
though.
You have all this stuff
That's the
going.
people's money.
Who
I don't
approved
believe
it?
I have.
No, you haven't.
It's
And
the
$15
taxpayers' money.
On River Road, right? 15 River Road is the evacuation route.
Stop the road. No road.